What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you yet another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spotlight. This is episode number 49, and coming into today's episode, we're sitting nice and pretty at a record of 57 and 37, so we have that 20 game differential going on. We've been bouncing up and down from the 22 to 20, you know, as far as wins and losses go, but hopefully we can break out of that today, maybe get a double victory, maybe jump out ahead a little bit. We'll see what happens. Before I get into the team that I'm bringing, though, just want to remind you guys that as long as this video reaches that magical number of 60 likes, I will continue to bring you these lovely daily double Wi-Fi battle uploads and all of that fun stuff. Now today, bringing some interesting stuff. I've got the Choice Banded Ambipom. Yeah, that's right, Choice Banded Ambipom. Especially defensive Altaria, physically defensive Weezing, Focus Sash Salamence, Assault Vest Golurk, and Life Orb Roserade. So Focus Sash Salamence is a little bit weird, but it actually works fantastically. Yeah, that's not a word. That's not a word. It works great on Battle Spot is what I was trying to say, but I am illiterate sometimes. Anyway, our opponent, Josh here, is bringing the Aegislash, Hydreigon, Darmanitan, Zoroark, Mawile, and Ditto. So threats everywhere, basically. Threats everywhere. Basically, that Ditto is probably going to be Choice Scarf. They all are. Actually, no. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because the Darmanitan could be Choice Scarfed. Or it could be Choice Banded. Oh, there's so many possibilities going on here. So many possibilities. I feel like I want to bring the Salamence for sure, because it takes on a large majority of his team with Earthquake. That's going to be able to take out 3 of his Pokemon, because Darmanitan, Mawile, and the Aegislash are all going to be weak to that. And then we've got the Hydreigon, which is going to be weak to the Dragon Claw. Zoroark probably will just get one-shotted by a Dragon Claw as well. So I feel like Salamence is a good Pokemon to bring in this battle. Really am feeling that right now. And the reasoning behind the Focus Sash Salamence is because since it's Moxie, so you can get a free hit off, especially if you're trying to hit something like Talonflame if it Brave Birds you. I really don't have anything else on this team that can handle Talonflame too well, because Talonflame just kills everything, basically. Most things just straight up die to Talonflame, so he can Brave Bird me, get a whole bunch of recoil, and then he's going to get taken out by a Dragon Claw, get the Moxie boost, all that good stuff. So it's kind of my Talonflame killer. Of course, there's no Talonflame going on here, so we'll see if the Focus Sash comes in handy. It also can potentially allow you to get a free Dragon Dance up if your opponent does not have priority and can't just pick you off afterwards. So we're going to lead off with the Salamence here. Our opponent's leading off with the Mawile. And I did not see an Intimidate. Did not see an Intimidate. But it could be Hyper Cutter Mawile. Is that a thing? I feel like Intimidate's way more common. But the Hyper Cutter is good for Intimidate users. You know what? I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. I don't want to make any fancy predictions here because I'm just screwed if I go for a Dragon Claw. Nope, he's going to go for the Nasty Plot. So that is going to be Zoroark. Earthquake might just kill, to be honest, because Zoroark is so frail on both sides. It really just has no defenses. Nope, barely is going to survive. And I'm really not afraid here because I do have the Focus Sash, but I'm thinking I want to switch out. Because he's got the +2. And he obviously has the Mawile, which has the Sucker Punch, so I don't want to break my Focus Sash just yet. That's going to cause problems. I feel like my best chance of winning here is to sacrifice my Roserade, which is unfortunate because I did that in a couple of battles ago. I don't remember when it was. I used it in a 6v6 battle and I just basically sacrificed it, which is unfortunate, but I feel like that's the best move here, so that's what we're going to go for. We're going to sacrifice the Roserade, and then we're going to come in with Ambipom, which is my other Pokemon. I should outspeed that because he's obviously not Scarfed. Obviously, if he's changing moves and using Nasty Plot and all that stuff. I'm just stating the obvious here. But in comes the Roserade. It's probably going to hit me up with a... Oh, Night Daze. I was thinking Dark Pulse, but that works too. Night Daze is actually just slightly more powerful at the cost of like 5% accuracy, I think. Something along those lines. Roserade just dies, and I'm kind of used to seeing that. Although it did do some work in the Wi-Fi battle today, so if you did not watch that, go check it out. Roserade actually did something instead of just dying. It's kind of surprised. Now, actually, Roserade's an amazing Pokemon. I just play it like poop most of the time. So now we can bring in the Ambipom because, like I said, I should outspeed. Zoroark has like 105-ish base speed. I know Ambipom is 115, so I should be safe here. And I'm also, I'm jolly, so even if he's timid, there should be no way that he's going to outspeed. So I can just go for a safe U-turn here. Remember, I am banded, so I do want to get out. I don't want to lock myself into a move when he has 2 other Pokemon left. My best bet is to go back into Salamence and try to get some Moxie Boost going or something like that. He's probably going to bring the Mawile in here to intimidate me. And that could be a little bit of a problem. But we will see what happens. We will see what happens. So there's the Salamence just hovering in midair without even really moving. Always thought that was kind of strange. In comes the Mawile now. And no Intimidate. Okay. So I guess he does have the Hyper Cutter, which is fine. But I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. I don't know if it's going to kill. He's Mega, obviously. There's the Mega Evolution. I really don't think Earthquake is going to just straight up kill this Mawile. I know I'm not at -1, but still, I feel like it has some bulk. Especially on the physical side, because it is a Steel type. Nope, it's just going to straight up die. Oh, it's a crit. Okay. I was like, geez, that was a lot of damage. But I don't know. Somebody can calculate that and tell me if I can just... Well, not if I can, but if Salamence can just knock out a Mega Mawile at neutral with an Earthquake, I feel like it would barely survive. Anyway, especially because they tend to run not speed investment. They tend to run HP investment. Anyway, we're just going to go for the Dragon Claw here on the Hydreigon as he brings that in because we got the Moxie Boost and we do naturally outspeed, I believe. So, yeah, the Hydreigon just straight up dies to that. Wouldn't have mattered if I outsped or not. If it was Choice Scarfed, I would have survived due to the Focus Sash. And then, yeah, it would have been a good time. We also had Ambipom waiting to come in and wreck Hydreigon's face. So that is a victory for us, bringing our record up to 58-37. So back up to the 21 game differential. If the last week is any indication, I will probably just lose this next battle because I tend to go 1-1 a lot. And then I have random days where I'll just get a double victory, and then not that long after that, I'll get a double loss. So it's really been evening out lately. Really been evening out a lot. But I really want to put this Ambipom to good use. I really want to see it just kill something it shouldn't kill. That is what I really want to see. Because nobody uses banded Ambipom, I don't think. Unless I'm just crazy. So our next opponent is going to be Jared. I think that's how you say that. It's supposed to be Jared. It's a really odd spelling of the name Jared. But anyway, who am I to judge? We have Azumarill, which is probably just going to kill everything on my team, to be honest. This team is full of threats, my goodness. Azumarill, Manectric, that's probably going to be Mega, Tyranitar, Empoleon, Scizor, and Darmanitan. Wow, the offense. The offense is everywhere. This is really scary, I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. I'm obviously going to bring the Ambipom, because I do have the low kick for that Tyranitar, and that could be a nasty surprise, because most people will expect Ambipom to be the typical Life Orb, you know, fake out set with, you know, return or knockoff or something like that. I'm not doing that stuff. I've got some really wacky moves on it. I actually don't even have a normal type move. It has no stab. How ridiculous is that? An Ambipom with no stab. That's kind of silly. But it has pretty good coverage. I've got the U-turn, the low kick, and Seed Bomb and Ice Punch. Very strange, but it has great coverage on battle spots. And Banded Ambipom is nothing to scoff at. It has decent attack, decent speed, so it can be a threat. And I'm hoping to get some kills. So I'm gonna bring it this time and see what happens. I'm also gonna bring the Weezing because I see a lot of physical threats. 4 out of his 6 Pokemon are going to be physical. So I should be okay with that. I don't know what he's going to lead off with. I was thinking the Manectric, maybe? Thinking maybe the Manectric. I really don't know, to be honest. Really don't know. So we shall see. Jared is issuing a challenge. What are you starting off with? Darmanitan. Oh, that is not good. That is not good because I did not see any other potential Scarf users on his team. And I've got Ambipom out here. That is not a good matchup. He's just going to outspeed me with the Scarf and kill me with a, not Flame Charge, Flare Blitz. I'm going to switch out to Weezing here because that is my physical wall. And I really don't see any other option. This is not good. I can't do anything to this thing. If it's Choice Scarfed, I cannot outspeed it with anything. So I'm just going to straight up lose half of my team. I also brought the Golurk, which still can't really do anything to this Darmanitan because it's going to get outsped and probably just killed off with a Flare Blitz because I'm Assault Vest. So it would be better suited to take on something like the Manectric, because Flamethrower would not nearly do as much damage as it normally would. So there's the Flare Blitz, does about 50%, pretty much on the dot, and then with the Black Sludge recovery, I should be okay to barely survive this and get a Pain Split off, so I should get some of my health back, deal some decent damage to this thing, or I'm just going to straight up die because of min-max damage. That is not cool. Unless I just eyeballed that wrong. Maybe I did. Maybe I did, and I'm just being a strange agent right now. So we're going to go into the Golurk because I have nothing else to do. Ambipom obviously cannot do anything. And, man, this is a really crappy battle. I'm definitely going to lose this. There's no way that Ambipom is going to sweep everything, because pretty much everything on his team is going to be faster than Golurk. He probably has the Azumarill with him that can just come in and clean me up with an Aqua Jet. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. And even if he doesn't have that, most of his team is going to be faster than Golurk, especially when it's weakened. It's just going to be so easy to revenge. So, what I want to do here is, I'm going to go for the Drain Punch, because if, in the off chance that I actually survive this, oh, I actually did, with 18 HP, okay. And I do have the Iron Fist, so that should be a kill, because Darmanitan's pretty frail as far as its defenses go. Yep, Darmanitan's just going to go down to that. It does have a decent HP stat, though, so that part kind of helps me out there. I get some good HP back, at least out of the red zone, which is great. In comes the Azumarill, and the Aqua Jet is so painfully obvious, but I don't think that Ambipom can live 2 Aqua Jets, so switching into it would be silly. At this point, I just need to go for an Earthquake, I guess. Really don't know what else there is I can do. Did that sentence make any sense? Wow. Wow, sometimes I say the darndest things. There's the Aqua Jet. Golurk, you are dead. You are dead. I really wanted to see Assault Vest Golurk do some more work. I mean, we're going to bring this team again tomorrow, so it should be okay. We should be able to see some interesting things, I guess. Maybe I'll bring it 3 times in a row. I like bringing the same team more than twice in a row, honestly, because you get to give it a little bit extra work and just see how things go. Anyway, I'm going to go for the Seed Bomb here. We're going to outspeed because he's going to go for Play Rough probably. And is that going to kill? Oh, that was close. That was really close. And he's Life Orb, so this Waterfall is going to kill me and kill him. We're going to have a double downer right there. So Ambipom, I guess, technically getting the kill on the Azumarill. I was really hoping that Seed Bomb would kill. But, I mean, hey, if it does that much damage to Azumarill, who is pretty bulky, with a non-stab super effective move, I mean, hey, Banded Ambipom is the way to go. Actually, no, it's not. It's not even close to the most efficient way to use Ambipom, but I just wanted to try something different that wasn't just the standard fake out sets, because they're so predictable and they get old after a while. And if any of you play on Showdown and face these fake out Ambipoms all of the time, constantly, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that is a loss for us. Obviously, that brings our record back down to the 20 game mark. 58 and 38 is the official number. So 1 win and 1 loss today. Hopefully tomorrow we can get a double victory. I know I say that every day, but you know, it's nice to hope. A man can dream, right? And hopefully you guys are dreaming with me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching as always, and do not forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, because it does help out a lot. So I will see you for tomorrow's episode. But until then, game on.